Yo, welcome to the stream. I haven't live streamed in a minute. It's been a minute, but I'm back home. Still haven't found or set my setup all the way back up. So bear with me, but we are here, man. Crypto is going down, Bitcoin is going down. We had a stock market sell off today. Let me make sure my volume is good and everything. This is what I was afraid of. This is what I was scared of, man. The stock market rollover. I don't think it's having that much of an effect on crypto right now, but uh, we have to keep our eye out on that. Give me 1 second. Let's make sure we are good with the audio because I want to look at some charts. I want to really want to find some trades because really when I like to trade is when we get these corrections. Then I look for key levels for bounces. That's the best time to trade. I'm trying to tell people, like, if you really want to trade like price action, support and resistance, wait for these massive dumps, or it don't even have to be that massive, but nice corrections, nice dumps. Then I look for key areas of support, or vice versa, key areas of resistance if it's going up. But I usually don't short in a bull run or in a bull market, so that's really just that. But let me make sure we good on the audio because I definitely want to get it going. Let's see. Let me make sure we good on the audio. Looks like we might be good. Stock market sell off today. Make sure my So I think we're good. Let's actually go here. Let's look at some Bitcoin. First and foremost, top it off. We are 64,300. This is one of my lines that I had drawn out for a long time. The 64K area. We got some upward sloping resistance. What's up with my mouse? Okay, we got upward sloping support rather coming in. This was that long-term support that we've been talking about ever since October. If we go to the weekly, we've been seeing this. If you've been watching my videos, watching my analysis, we've been looking at this line and then for since October, of 2023. So this is just going to show us a nice big overview of what I've been looking at. We touched it here. This is when we first started to go up, end of October 2023, touched it again in February, came down for this deviation in July. This when everybody got scared, was calling for that 40K Bitcoin. And now, if you can see in there, we're starting to touch that again. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking to hold the 64K. We usually, if you're new to crypto, we usually are bearish going into conferences. It just happens like that every year. Every year, there's either a sell-off before the conference or during the conference. So, I mean, we got some nice confluence coming in right here with these trend lines, and then we got the 100-day and the 50-day simple moving average is what I like to use coming in around the same area. We do have about another $900 to go to touch the 50-day, but we are right now testing that 100-day SMA, that moving average. So I want to come, usually, like I said, when I'm charting, when I'm doing these things, I usually like to come and I like to trade intuition. What's up, Joe? What's up, Joe, man? We gotta get on. We gotta do a stream together, man. Let's do a stream together one of these days. Get it going. I'm trying to start live streaming more. I still haven't set up my office yet. Still haven't set up everything, but I was supposed to be on. I'm on the show with TradeFly every Monday through Thursday. If you're not following Piper Academy, go over there. Monday through Thursday, we do crypto nightcap. But we had a little miscommunication today. So I said, I'm already set up here. Let me just go live and look for some setups and just do it live. Really that simple. So like I said, even Joe, I like to look at Joe trade. Make sure if you're not following Trade Intuition, make sure you go follow him. He trades a little bit like me. I don't use a whole bunch of indicators. I don't use a whole bunch of all those different things. I just use price action. I really use patterns. Sometime it depends on the instrument. It really depends on the instrument. You really got to know your instrument. You really have to know, what you're trading, because a lot of coins respect wedges, they respect triangles. A lot of them respect fibs. Well, it's just depending on your instrument. Usually I don't trade Bitcoin like that anymore unless I'm trading with a lot of money because I don't like to use a lot of leverage no more. I really like to trade mid caps that, you know, with a small little bit of leverage, maybe 5x here and there. So let's look at the chart, like I said, and just keep it moving from there. Like I said, Bitcoin 64.5. We got a nice little correction today. The stock market, let's go to the stock market. The stock market right now has been bleeding tremendously. Let's go to the US 500. This is on the 4 hour. We topped out at what, 50, almost 5,700. What I'm looking at now is I drew a channel a long time ago. I know this is, you know, I usually talk crypto, but the stock market, this is not the one I'm looking for. I think it's SPX. Yep, the stock market. We might become correlated again. Hopefully not, especially if the stock market is going down. But when the stock market was going up, we weren't correlated. We were going down. We were bleeding, and everybody in the stock market, the stock bros, were, you know, going crazy. They were having fun. All the tech stocks were going up. Now we're getting some sort of a correction, and this channel, excuse me, this channel goes all the way back to October of 2022. So we do not want to fall in between. I mean, go back into this channel. And the reason I'm talking about this is because usually we have some sort of correction, summer lull, as they like to call it. And it seems like it's happening. May already have happened for crypto, already have happened for Bitcoin, hopefully. But we want to hold this line here at about 54.20. If we seem to come back into this channel, we probably will come back down to about 5K for the S&P. A lot of people, you know, correlate these things together, and they do correlate, you know, somewhat, but, you know, hopefully we can hold this 64 level for Bitcoin. But I don't want to talk about the stocks or really Bitcoin. We just know Bitcoin is going to move the market. I want to look at some altcoins. So the altcoins that I usually trade Solana. I rarely trade ETH. I hold ETH. I hold a bag of ETH, but I really don't trade ETH like that. I suck at trading ETH. I trade Solana. I trade Ondo a lot, Dogecoin, Wildcoin, Popcat. If I want to be a little bit less risky and I know the moves aren't as volatile, I will trade a little bit of Litecoin. So let's look at some of those and see what I'm looking at. Because like I said, usually when we get these corrections, this is where I like to find these bounces. I think Bitcoin probably can bounce here. Looks like we're kind of holding at this 64K level. So if we can hold here, let's look at Solana. I haven't charted. I haven't did anything with the charts really like that in a couple of days. I've been traveling. So looks like we're coming down. Let's look at my daily to see what we're looking at. And then we can check it. So I really just got a couple trend lines that I'm looking at before I go deeper into the analysis. So we're holding this downward sloping trend line. We have this downward sloping trend line coming in at about 170. Let's zoom in, see if we can get a little bit more pinpoint accuracy. We came down and touched it at about 172. Was that today? So yeah, we touched it and we got a nice little bounce. This was actually today. So we perfectly touched. I haven't touched this. I haven't drawn any new lines today. We perfectly came down and tested my downward sloping trend line today at about $1.72. So if Bitcoin can seem to manage to hold this area here, we'll be probably be looking for Solana to continue to hold this line right here at about 172 to 173. This is really one of the things. I think Solana has a very, 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 very big upside ahead. I think it could steal 5, 6, 7x from here. I was saying it could go to 1,000, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards like 800 or so for Solana. So Solana, like I said, has let's actually zoom in a little bit more. Because see, this would have been a trade right here. I should have just had my alert set right there at about 172. So we'll see. The conference starts tomorrow. We see XRP down. XRP got up to like 63 cents, something like that. Let's look at XRP. So we got these nice wicks down to my trend lines. See, I haven't even drawn another trend line for this, but seems like it's coming down to hit all my trend lines. Let's go on a 4 hour. Let's go on a daily. So it looks like, this is that big symmetrical triangle that we're trying to break out of. we want to break out of this symmetrical triangle convincingly. We've been holding this for this symmetrical triangle has been going on since like 2020, I want to say, or 2021. So we want to see a breakout of this right here, and then maybe a retest and then a pop up. But we also have some resistance coming in. Let me actually just do this live so I can have this on my radar. I think it was like at 70, yeah, somewhere in this area here, like about 74 cent. We'll draw it like that. So we'll have another bit or a little bit more of resistance here coming in at about 72 cent as well, 74 cent. So we break out of here. We still have this resistance coming in. We can see here, we can see here, we can see a little bit of action here. So 74, and then once we said that psychological level will be up here at about $1. Where did we pop off at? Was it here? This okay. This is about a year ago when we popped off. After we got that SEC ruling, we jumped up to about 94 cent, retraced that whole move. So I'll be expecting, I mean, with XRP, I'm expecting it to once Bitcoin hits 80, 90K, I'm expecting XRP to do something, unless we get some type of news with the SEC coming out soon. Like that's what everybody's been waiting on. That's what everybody's been looking at. Yeah, it is. It's amazing how price action respects levels until they go to the exactly. It's like a lot of times we we overanalyze. It's just one way to get to the same destination, different ways to get to the same destination. And I do use indicators. I do use like market cipher sometimes. I do use, I think it's like Wu Manchu. It's like another version of like market cipher I was using. Kind of like the same thing, but I think I'm gonna just start using market cipher all the time because I don't want to disrespect crypto face, man. But it is what it is. I make money with both of them. I use RSI, of course. I use a lot of divergences, especially when it comes to like dumps, or when I want to see when something is toppy or when something is looking like a bottom. I use divergences, usually on the 4-hour or the daily. I use like stochastic sometime. I use MACD sometime to see when it's crossing over on higher time frames. Usually on the lower time frames, it's a little bit harder. That's why I don't really day trade like that. If it's something comes down to my level, I'll draw my levels out. I'll put my alerts in. But for the most part, I'm just waiting on my setups. And once my setups, my high conviction, high probability setups happen, then I can go all in. Then I can trade, because when you day trade, you're not really gonna always have those high quality, high conviction setups. Me, I wait on those high conviction, high quality setups, and then I'll go heavier, so I won't have to trade as much. So that's really my strategy. That's the strategy that I've come to use over the years when it comes to crypto, because crypto is already okay. If you use Wu Manchu too, yeah, yep. Okay, yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. Because I learned with market cipher, Joe, and then I in the bear market, I was trying to save as much money as I possibly could to buy the dip, during the bear market. So somebody told me about Wu Manchu, so I started using that Wu Manchu B, the divergences, and I just stuck with using that. But I'm actually gonna reach out to Crypto Face, man, see if I can get some type of partnership with him. Then I can use it for free, but don't tell him I said that. Um, but yeah, back to what I was talking about. Let's actually go back to the charts. XRP, man. We're just gonna be rambling tonight. I got to get back in the groove of live streaming by myself. I'm usually making, recorded videos where I know what I'm gonna talk about. I already have my charts planned out, but I want to start live streaming again, interacting with my CFC, the audience, interacting with all my, good people on YouTube, my good crypto people. So we're going to continue to do that. Ando is one of my favorites. Ando respects levels. Like, you see how this is very simple. This is not the my trading chart. This is just my buy zone, my buy areas that I could use as a trading chart if it comes to this level, or if it comes to my levels. So this is just what I've been looking at to DCA for Ando. Ando, if you don't know what Ando is a real world asset coin, RWA. Really wasn't on that many people's radars until BlackRock started to talk about them. So once BlackRock started to talk about it, once BlackRock started to like pump it up. Larry Fink comes and talk his book. It really started to garner attention, really started to garner a lot of more people coming into it and more people recognizing what it could do. So I think the real world asset space is going to do pretty good. It hasn't really popped off like I thought it would. I thought it would pop off a little bit earlier. But like I said, my whole thesis was I think we were a little bit ahead, excuse me, in the cycle. I think we was a little bit ahead. I think we with that Bitcoin ETF, I think we were a little further along. So a cool off period, a cool off time is cool to me. I think because we really never went above all time highs before the halving. We were above all time highs like a month before the halving or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So I think a cool off period is good. Um, I'm really nervous about what's gonna happen like after the election. I think we need to try. This is what I'm trying to preach to my community. I hope I wish I had millions and millions and millions of subscribers and followers so I can get my message out. But hopefully, the people that I talk to, the message will be loud and clear. I really don't like where we're headed in 2025, and I'm not making no predictions. I'm not making no more, Bitcoin to this number in 2025. I'm playing it by ear. I'm sticking to the charts. I'm sticking to the news. I'm sticking to everything. I'm not taking any more days off this year for the most part, unless it's like for family, because I'm a family man first. But I'm sticking to. I'm really, really, really in tune to the market right now. I'm really in tune to the market right now because um, it like times is very, very rocky. Times is very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Unpredictable. Unpredictable is a good word. Let me fix my camera. Very unpredictable. So I'm just really trying to stay in tune to the market. T Will, what's up, man? What's up? I can't complain. How you feeling, man? I'm just ranting, man. We just started to live stream. I'm gonna start live streaming again. I want to find a good time to live stream every day. Same time every day, probably Monday through Friday. So stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. I'm gonna definitely have something every day, probably, because I also got a couple other channels that I'm working with, and I got some huge, huge news with one of the biggest channels coming up soon. But we still in talks with that. But now learning trade is a reality main indicator. Time to learn, improve my trend. Always learn. Yeah, you always got to learn. You definitely always got to learn, especially with more and more different indicators and more things that you can use. Is definitely one of them things where you got to always have an edge. Like support, resistance, price action can do good for you. Like trading, I'll tell you this before we get back to some charts. Trading to me, like a lot of times I've learned that the people who sell all these indicators, the people who sell all these huge or these super expensive things, they got to talk down on the simple traders. They got to talk down on the simple strategies to make their strategy look a little bit better, to make their strategy seem like it's way better. But to be honest with you, the people I know who make the most money in trading use like simple strategies, price action, support and resistance, a little bit of RSI, a little bit of indicators here and there. But for the most part, they're using price action and they're using momentum. Like a lot of times it's momentum. A lot of times you find a trade, like especially if once crypto gets to moving, it's so easy to make money in trading. It's not like everybody seems like they're a good trader when the market is moving. If you was trading from October or November all the way up to like March or April, you seem like you was a genius. The market was just going up so hard. Like it was like every day it was a new thing. Like, okay, something went up, consolidated, bull flag, long. You're up 200%. Consolidation, bull flag, long. Ascending triangle, bull flag, long. Like it was just things like that. Like, break of resistance, long. Like it's really that simple once the market gets to moving. When it's choppy like this, when it's really like you don't know, it doesn't have like a super clear cut direction. If it's still ranging like we are right now in Bitcoin, because we are still ranging in Bitcoin, we're just in a big range. We're in 72 to like 60K range. I told everybody before the bull market started, we're going to have a huge range. When it comes to the bull market, we're going to be inside of a huge range. So prepare for that and prepare for your emotions to be swung around inside that range. But it is what it is, man. Crypto, all of it, just find your edge and keep it moving. But for Ondo, let's jump back to Ondo. Ondo is coming back down to my buy zone at about 85 cents. So I got my buy zone for Ondo at like 70 to 85 cents. I think this would be a good area. I drew this out, excuse me, possibly in like March. Once we start ranging in here, we broke out, came back, retested it not too long ago. Was that a couple weeks ago? Came back up. We're just creating lower highs right now. Still in this downtrend. Well, let me see where we're at. We're creating lower highs. So what I want to see is I just really want to see this one come up back up to 128. Okay, I already got this line drew up. I want to see this come back to 128, 129, hold that and break that. That's what I would really want to see. So right now, I would be loading up. Even when we're at 92, we come down a little bit further. I'm actually might set some alerts for Ondo. We come down a little bit. I might buy another 300-400 of Ondo if we come back down to that 85 cent area. I will do it in a minute on my phone. See, I was using MEXC. I don't know if a lot of people are still using MEXC, but I can't even use it in America no more. I tried to log in and I couldn't log in. It said it was out of jurisdiction. I've been in, Southeast Asia all this time, so I didn't even know. So what should I use? I know a lot of people was talking about Fairdesk, Blowfin. Might have been another one out there, but maybe I need to find a new exchange to trade on. Yeah, but Ondo, I'm gonna wait for Ondo to come down. Even if we come down, I'll do two things. I'll probably set by $200-300 more worth of Ondo here at about 85, and I'll long it. Once I see, we get some candles going back up to the upside. If we do hold this as support down in that area, we might can open a long too, so that we can kill two birds with one stone with Ondo. Dogecoin. Let's talk Dogecoin. I still think Dogecoin is gonna do fairly well. Let's delete that. Dogecoin wants Elon Musk. I don't know what Elon Musk is, where his concern is right now. Right now, he's super political, which is understandable. So once he gets back to these X payments, once he gets back to focusing on X payments again, I think Dogecoin will come back in the forefront. I also think Dogecoin may get an ETF. Like Dogecoin has stood the test of time. Dogecoin has been around for almost a decade, if not longer. See how long Dogecoin's been out. It's been out for a minute. So it's still proof of work. So it can't be listed. It wasn't listed as a security when all those coins were being listed as securities a few months back. So I think Dogecoin has a bright future. I want to see Dogecoin really break $1. I think I'm going to start loading back up on some Dogecoin. Maybe if we hit 10 cents. I got a nice bag of Dogecoin. I did very well on Dogecoin last cycle. Very well. Yeah, I think Doge. Yeah, let me see. But no, Traders Reality main indicator. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Joe, Traders Reality main indicator. I'm gonna check that out. ETH breaks down because of grayscale Ondo. You know what? That's a good point. T Will, because I was looking at all the coins that should pump because of the Ethereum ETF, but Ethereum hasn't really got that push yet. So we'll see about that. But definitely, if ETH breaks down, if ETH breaks down all those Ethereum coins, all those coins that are affiliated with Dogecoin, with Ethereum, they probably are gonna take a big hit too. But like I said, when you saying, like I said, I showed you my buy zone for Ondo. I think Ondo can do at least a 5x from here. At least a 5x from here. I know they got some big token unlocks coming in the future, but I think that's like later down the line. And I'm gonna start scaling out. I'm just letting you know. I'm starting to scale out once Bitcoin hits 100,000. I think if Bitcoin hits 100,000 and then we get some sort of I don't know if we're gonna get a blow off top. I don't know how this market's gonna react again. But once we start hitting that, hopefully we start hitting that 100K area again. I think alts are gonna start to go crazy, go up tremendously once we hit 100K, and then or more, and then we get that Bitcoin dominance to roll over, and some of that money pours into these altcoins. Because this is another video I want to make. I want to make this video talking about retail, The reason we pumped so hard last time because everybody just had so much money. Everybody had so much excess money to be given out, to be given away. We don't got that now. So the average person in retail, they either don't have it or they got wrecked last time and they got the salty taste in their mouth. So I don't know if we're gonna get those super crazy high numbers that everybody is talking about. It seems like once we get, because this is what I've been noticing. Let me know if you think this is the same. I mean, let me know if you think this too. With not a lot of new money from retail coming in, it seems like money is being made here, and then the same people take the money out here, make it here. The same people take the money out there, make it over here. The same people take the money out, make it over here. It's just like rinse and repeat in different areas. So I'm just trying to find those rinse and repeat areas. We got so many coins now. We got so much dilution in the space, man. It's like this cycle is definitely different. So for me to come out and say I know exactly what's going to happen, for me to come out and say I know exactly what's going to go down, I would be a fool. Like, I could come on here, like I know enough to make myself sound smarter on YouTube, on X, on all these other platforms. But I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm prepared. I'm preparation over predictions. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I always preach to people who watch me, who listen to me, and who ask me for non-financial advice. I say just be prepared. Do not predict, be prepared, because I predicted that we were going to be in a massive recession in 2023, early 2023, and I missed out on a lot of those gains or a lot of trading opportunities at the beginning of 2023 because I was still thinking like, oh, we about to go into a recession. These prices are going to be a lot deeper. Even though I was buying a little bit I was buying pretty well into when we were in the bear market, but I didn't unload the full clip in the bear market like I should have, because I still thought we had a lot of time. Didn't price in how the ETF was going to manage to make the market go crazy. So I missed out on a lot of gains, but it's cool. You live and you learn. So this time I won't be predicting anything. I'm just going to ride it. I'm gonna ride it. If the market is going down and I think it's gonna go back up, I'm gonna buy the dip. If we get to these crazy valuations, these astronomical numbers that we've been talking about for all these years, 100K, 120K. My line is 120K, 100 to 120K. That's when I'm gonna start selling heavily. A lot of coins into Bitcoin and a little Bitcoin into fiat, so I can live, of course. But I'm not gonna be holding meme coins for years. I'm not gonna be holding these S coins for a long time. They gotta go. They gotta go. So we will see what happens with that. I'm starting to use the Bitcoin pair chart. If you can't outdo Bitcoin, you can get my bid. Just don't make sense. Yeah, very true, T Will. Yeah, definitely. I feel you, man. I might start using that too. Thanks, Joe. Okay, I see you, Joe. I'll check it out. I'm not going to be streaming too much longer. I just wanted to get back into the groove of streaming, man. Get back into the groove of everything. My computer actually about to die, but yeah, man. I will have some more videos coming out soon. I made a video. You meant to be in Los Algo. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out. Appreciate it. I'm going to find a way or find a good time to stream every day. When it comes to streams, a lot organized, more organized. I just want to make sure everything worked. My internet is super fast, super fiber optic, here at my home. Just moved into a new home as well. So I did a lot of movement, man. I traveled for about 40 hours. So I went from Thailand to Doha, Qatar, from Qatar to New York. Then I stopped in Toronto for a minute to visit a little bit, and then back to Michigan, where I'm at. So I was tired, man. I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. We were supposed to go on a live stream with Trey Fly, but Trey Fly, I forgot he said he had Blackie Chan on today. So I said I'll just pop on the computer and get back in the groove of streaming, man. So I think that's gonna wrap it up. It's been about 30 minutes. Tomorrow I will be live again. I'll have probably go live in the morning. Possibly see what everybody. You know what? I don't know. I might just make a video because I know a lot of people are gonna be at the conference, so I need to probably be watching a couple people at the conference. But we'll see what happens. Starting next week, I'll be a little bit more organized, a little bit more in tune to what I want to do. Seems like things are good for you right now. Enjoy. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. I just been living, man. I don't want to wait till the end of the bull market to live. So I was gone for 5 months trading. I mean, not trading, traveling Southeast Asia, Dubai. Went to Dubai. Might be going back and forth from Dubai if I take this deal coming up. But we'll talk about that later. That's going to be something that we're going to announce a little bit later if it happens. But then I went to Thailand, Malaysia. It was cool, man. It was cool. Took the family. I got 3 sons, 3 boys, and a wife. Little kid. I got a 3-year-old, 7-year-old, a 17-year-old. So it was a nice little journey, man. But we back tired, man. My time is still all jacked up. So once I get this jet lag and everything figured out, I'll be straight. So I'll talk to everybody in a minute, man. Appreciate everybody for stopping by in the live. We will see everybody next time. Peace.